Hey everybody, glad to have a few minutes with you to talk about some of the things that have happened at BFCF this year. Now, most of you know that I've been sort of keeping Art Melly's seat warm while he's gone. Well, Art's back July 20th and he will take over as the assistant pastor for our fellowship. We're excited about that. Art, if you're watching this, come quick. We're looking forward to you diving back into our community with your beautiful bride. Some of the things we've done this year that I'm excited about revolve around infrastructure. We've started some things, we've refocused some things, and largely that's come through our deacon board. We've taken our deacons, which have always been faithful servants, and we've created two separate deacon teams. One we call the care team, and the care team is involved in things that are outside of Sunday morning activities. They help us be a fellowship when we're not together at BFA, worshiping together on Sunday mornings. Those are things like our benevolence program, which is headed up by Tracy and Brandy Welterland. We really had not been purposed and focused in making sure that we took the resources of the church and helped meet the needs of the fellowship. And so we have funds set aside for that, and now we have designated people that have eyes toward trying to meet the needs of our folks in community. That's both financial, it's relational, it's also physical. Tracy's trying to connect with the men's group and help meet some of the needs of folks that just have physical, whether it's a car that's not working or a furnace that's out, particularly people that are new in our community. But we want to be involved in one another's lives in very pragmatic ways. The other part of our deacon team we call the Connect team. They help us connect to one another and to God. And those folks are trying to think creatively and logistically through making our worship experience on Sunday morning as the best it can be. And so you'll hear more from those folks because we want them to be leaders that gather teams around themselves and help BFCF grow in these areas of adoring God, elevating others, and reaching out. Mm-hmm. I also want to talk to you about our ministries because the associate pastor, the pastor of ministries, keeps an eye on what's going on in those areas. And when we talk ministries, we're talking about our men's ministries, our children's ministries, which are fourfold. That's nursery, Sunday school, kids stuff, and Awana. And then we also have our small groups ministries that includes the gathering. I'm most excited, I'm excited about all of those ministries, but our ladies that have been involved with our children's ministries have been really purposed to get curriculum that is gospel focused and appropriate to our context. And they are implementing that curriculum, touching the lives of our littlest BFCFers through the lives of our middle schoolers and high school students. So they are training those middle schoolers and high schoolers to love younger students and speak the gospel to them in an age-appropriate way. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had a little mistake, my mistake actually, where Jerry Crott released the kids and there was no program. Our leaders were gone, our adults were gone. And so they were released from the service and they took off going back to the student center and there was no holding them back. And so I jumped up and thinking, what am I going to do? I just need to make this up as I go. So I ran into the student center and by the time I got there, the Kids Stuff volunteers had circled the wagons, gotten all the kids set on the floor. They were playing a game with them. There was another group over in the corner with a Bible open, figuring out what Bible passage they were going to act out. There was someone else going to the craft closet to figure out what craft they were going to do with the kids. And I basically sat back and twiddled my thumbs and watched the good training of our leadership in those areas bear fruit. It was a great thing. And we're excited as a multi-generational community that our students are involved in ministry, and we really plan to do more and more of that in the coming year. One thing I do want you to be aware of is that we are losing some of our leadership in the children's ministry particularly. We really do need someone to step up and be willing to lead our Sunday school ministry, which is the 3 to 6 year olds. We've got a great curriculum, a great structure, a great program. We just need someone to facilitate to lead that process. So if you hear some of this and you go, wow, I'd love to be involved in a team that's doing that kind of work, would you contact me and we will find a way to let your gifts be expressed in our fellowship. Thanks very much.